Hello everyone, Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching. I have an unboxing video or an unbagging video. I don't know. So if you know what the proper terminology for unboxing when it's not involving a box, let me know. Other than that, I'm just going to go ahead and call this an unboxing video. If there's some other proper way to say it, then I have no idea. Got my handy dandy trusty kitchen scissors here. No tactical knife use today to slay open a package. So what am I getting today? Well, it's a package within a package. Didn't think about that. Alright, so I'll throw that off camera. And I'm going to hold off on putting this other package down because there's some barcodes on it, and I don't know if someone could take those barcodes and scan them from a screen and do some type of reverse searching and get my good old home address on there or not. So I'm going to leave that off screen for right now. And here is the third package that it is in. So this is wrapped multiple times within the bubble packaging. So here we go. There's that. Alright. So it came in the first package that you saw me open with the scissors, and then it was in one of these, then wrapped up and inside of another one of those. What are we looking at? Well, this is a carrying case for a very expensive cat toy. Alright, no cool guy stickers. Alright, so when you say an expensive cat toy, what the hell is what do you mean cat toy? And I get a cool sticker to come with it too. Alright, so this is the AN/PEQ-15, most commonly known as a PEQ15 or an ATPIAL. ATPIAL standing for Advanced Target Pointer Illuminator Aiming Light, ATPIAL. That's what that stands for. So this thing will project a visible laser and also an infrared laser. It also has an infrared illuminator. It takes a CR123 to the rear here. That's one of its benefits, is it has a rear facing battery compartment on it, so that you don't have to take the unit off of the gun. And this does attach to a gun, has more of a recessed Picatinny rail mount right here, so it sits low and snug to the rifle. And of course, with this over here is going to be the illuminator that you can only see with night vision. Like, you turn this thing on, you can't see it with the naked eye, but under night vision you can see it. It's adjustable, so you can turn that left or right, and basically what that does is think of like your old school mag lights, right? Like the big metal flashlights, and it has the head on there that you can turn, and you can get more of a focused spot, or you can turn it and it goes out into more of a flood. So that's what that illuminator does, is it does a very intense focus, and then you can turn it the other way and it does a broad flood effect. The dual lasers, they are what they call slaved together. So when you do the adjustments on here, sorry, I'm not getting out of focus. When you do the adjustments on here, it's actually able to adjust both lasers at the same time. One of them is visible. You can see it with the naked eye, and it's red. The other is invisible. so to speak, to the naked eye. You cannot see it with your naked eye. You have to be using night vision devices to see it. So that's what makes this thing really badass, is you can put on some night vision, turn this little laser beam on and this little illuminator on if you want, and aim it at targets and shoot in complete darkness without ever having to turn on a flashlight to see your target. So that's pretty badass. Comes with a remote switch here. So there's a plug in the back here. Oops. There's a plug in the back, and you just pop that thing in, and then you can put this anywhere on the rail of your gun and press down and it activates. Of course, it does have the fire button on the top here. You can press it down to make it work. You get your knob little selector thing here to go from off and visible and aim low and dual low and aim high and IR and not IR, individual high and dual high. So it's got a few different settings on there, and then go to the program thing to make it do different things that you want it to do. Comes with these little pattern generators here. So this actually will flip off. This is kind of like a little thing that protects the lens right there, and this one moves too. There's only one cover right here for this to protect this. You don't have any pattern generators to come with it, but this will kind of protect right there. But this also acts, well, this one acts as a pattern generator. Really, this one doesn't. The one that's on it, sorry, one of the pattern generators. So you see the little dot right there. So basically, when you shine you turn your laser on, it goes through. It's just going to be a dot, like your standard laser dot. These right here give you different patterns. So this one kind of gives you that T mark or that T shape. If I can make it where the light isn't glaring off the packaging. So you got the T shape, you got a square shape, you got a big circle, you got a big triangle, and you got a big cross. So those different patterns are on there so that if you have multiple people on a team or whatever, then each person could have their own pattern. So Bob could be the triangle and Joe could be the square and so forth. That way when people are aiming and stuff, you know what you're aiming at, or you can do that for marking targets, stuff like that. Comes with a couple of tie-down straps so that you can kind of make it stay more secure to your rifle or your crew served weapon, whatever the heck you're going to be having it on. That way you don't lose this thing, because you don't want to lose things like this. One, they're not very cheap, and then two, it's an advantage. So what I mean by that is the United States owns the night, basically. We've got all the cool toys to win at night fighting. We got the best night vision. We got the best support gear for night vision. So this is what you could call kind of a sensitive item. So you don't want this to fall in the hands of the enemy. And this is actually a item that is regulated. So this falls under ITAR regulations, ITAR. You cannot ship this overseas. If you get caught shipping something like this overseas, you can go to jail for a very long time. Night vision, same thing. So like the night vision that I own, I can't take that with me out of the country unless I fill out certain paperwork and get approved for it. Those regulations even go so far as to say I'm not supposed to let a foreign national look through my night vision set. It's a little far-reaching, but that's what those regulations are there for. Is to limit the foreign nations and everything from figuring out how good of stuff we got. They already know what kind of good stuff we got. Some of this stuff throughout the several last years of warfare has been captured by the enemy. They know what its capabilities are. and whatnot. China, they know very well what the capabilities are, but those things are still in the books, and it is what it is. Comes in a little carrying case, and the back of the carrying case has a couple of old school Alice clips. All right, so that's it for the unboxing video of this. What's going to come next after this is I'm going to do a little show and tell on what this thing looks like under nods, and you'll get to see the infrared illuminator and laser in use. All right, so here we are. Going to be testing out the PEQ15. So you're looking through a PVS-14 binocular right now, and you have to keep in mind that when you have a camera that is essentially looking through another camera, you're not going to get the greatest visual acuity, I guess you could say. So when you think about night vision in and of itself, it's like a camera, right? So there's like a camera to the front of the device. Images go through it, goes through a little processor thing, and then it goes into a screen. You're basically looking into a screen. And so I have the phone sitting right behind it recording, so you get the idea what I'm talking about. All right, so you won't be able to tell just by looking through the night vision, but this is visible laser. Of course, it picks up on night vision. The visible laser itself isn't super bright. It's kind of anticlimactic. Now, this is infrared laser on what's called aim low. All right, so that is, now mind you, I'm holding the PEQ15 and I'm looking through the phone. So that is the low, aim low. You can see it back there. I'm right here in front of the camera, and then it goes all the way back there to those trees. That's aim low. And then you'll have dual low. So this will be the infrared laser and the illuminator. So right there they are in front of you. And then go into the back. I'm gonna double click it, make it stay constant on. And then you can adjust the illuminator and make it bright or widen out, or you can turn it the other way and make it more focused, and it almost makes the aim low dot a little bit more like a brighter dot. You can see right there in that darkened spot that I'm focusing and unfocusing the illuminator. So the illuminator kind of acts like a flashlight. All right, turning that off. And then the next setting will be past the safety nut. So there's a little blue nut that goes in, and it stays in that selector area to keep you from going any higher. You can take that out, and then you get to what is called aim high. So this is just the infrared laser. It is on a brighter type of setting. And of course you can see that it is a lot brighter than the aim low. All right, I'll take the selector and switch it over to illuminator high. I've double clicked it to keep it on. Now this is where it really kind of turns into a cool little flashlight. So you can take that illuminator, and with night vision there are shadows, and without a flashlight or an infrared flashlight you cannot see into those shadows very well. So there are some limitations with night vision, and shadows is one of them. So this illuminator acts, like I said, kind of like a flashlight, and you can illuminate some of those shadowy areas. You can really bring it out, make it super wide. All right, or you can focus it down really low, and it almost becomes like a laser beam at that point. Aside from using that kind of like a flashlight type of deal, you can also use that as a signaling type of device for other people who have night vision. And here I am double clicking to make it go to dual high. So now the infrared laser and the infrared illuminator are activated. It may be a little bit difficult to tell. Let me bring that. So in the center there, you can see a more profound dot. That is the laser. In the middle, and then I can focus the illuminator a little bit more, tighten that thing up. And then you can kind of see both of them. All right, turn that off. I'll go back to illuminator only. Turn that on. All right, so that is the PEQ15. Now the PEQ15 has the ability, like I said, well, I told you it has visible laser, but obviously through night vision, you're not going to tell the difference between visible laser and infrared laser. It does have the visible laser on it, and you can use that. It's not something that I totally recommend. If you got the ability to see with your naked eye, then use your sights. But there are times where you can use the visible laser on it. The infrared lasers is where this thing really shines, pun intended. So when you have your rifle and you're looking through your night vision and you can set that laser, that infrared laser on and put it on a target at a distance, that target does not know that you're aiming at it at all unless it has night vision. So that gives you a very, very unique ability. It gives you a very big advantage, and that is why the United States owns the night. All right, so that is the demonstration of the PEQ15. All right, so I have the EOTech here with me, and I'm going to turn on the EOTech, and it's going to be in normal daytime mode. I'm going to try and set this in front of the night vision. All right, so you can see that the normal hologram setting is on, and I have it on a pretty bright setting. Now I'll reach up here. Let me get my bearing. I'm in the dark here. All right, so it's still on normal setting. Let me turn it on to night vision mode. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Probably not going to be able to pick it up through the camera very well. Let me see if I can get that closer to the night vision itself. Actually, let me try and... Yeah, it's going to be very difficult to pick that up with a camera through a camera. Oh, no, you can barely pick it up right there. I can. So I can tilt that a little bit more. Yeah, so in that darkened spot over there on the ground, I'm tilting the EOTech point a little bit more over there so you can see the reticle or the hologram sight right there, and that is on night vision mode. So what this allows you to do is, using your night vision, the nods attached to your helmet or your headpiece, you can aim through your holographic sight, turn the night vision mode on, and it just basically very significantly dims down the brightness of that holographic light so that your night vision can pick it up. Now remember, night vision amplifies light thousands of times, and so what that's doing is it's projecting just a tiny little bit of light, and your night vision picks up that tiny little bit of light. So what that allows you to do is aim through your holographic sight with your night vision and still be able to hit targets with it without anybody knowing that you're aiming at them. Even if they have night vision on, you could be in a more shadowy part of the woods, you could be on the side of a building where there's more shadows and you are more concealed, and you could be aiming through your holographic sight like you would during the day, but just using your night vision device, and set your sights on that target, press trigger, and target goes down, and they would have no idea, not a fucking clue, that you were aiming at them.
And even if they had night vision, there's a possibility, like I said, that they might not even notice you, because you could be in a shadowy area, or you could just be laying still and not making a whole lot of movement. There are drawbacks to just regular night vision. Shadows involved. It doesn't, as great as it is, it's not that great. Now you start putting in thermal overlays and stuff like that, or just using complete thermal devices, that obviously changes things. But we'll get into that some other time. We're just sticking with night vision right now and how much of a game changer it is.
Okay, so that's it on a little bit on the night vision and the PEQ15. So I don't know when I'll be able to get out there to do it. I got to have another night vision set to be able to record it. But the next video that I'll do a video of me, shooting rifle with PEQ15 on it and hitting targets out there. Stay tuned for that video. If you like what you hear and see, go ahead and give me a like and a share. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos. Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense, thank you for watching.